The eighth phase of elections is currently on and voting is taking place in 7 states and 64 Lok Sabha constituencies. But first up, let's take a look at the kind of galata that was witnessed in Simandra. Well, the polling officials were beaten up by YSRCP activists at Nandavaluri in Chittoor district. The polling was stopped soon after the incident came to light. In fact, in Chittoor district, a few media vehicles were also attacked by ex-supporters of the YSRCP. A cameraman was also injured in the chaos. A few media vehicles were attacked by ex-supporters of the party. In fact, there was quite a bit of chaos witnessed there. The YSRCP supporters seem to have taken it into their hands to create chaos, and besides, of course, attacking the media, they also went on to attack the likes of the polling official as well, which is why polling was stopped in the area. But as you can see, a cameraman from our sister channel was injured in all of that chaos, and soon after, some of the media personnel came together and started striking, demanding action against whoever was responsible for going ahead and attacking these innocent people, for attacking the media personnel who were only covering the story. It is understood that for some reason they got irked by the same and attacked one of our cameramen. This was in Chittoor, of course, and soon after we understand that it was polling was stopped. And of course, it looks like Simandra elections were very, very violent. Keep in mind that there is a lot of backlash with regards to the bifurcation. There's a lot of anger with regards to that. But besides that, as well, talking about the fact that it is between two rivals, YSRCP and TDP, it looks like people have chosen their sides, and beyond that, have gone ahead and ensured that they show their support in full gusto. In fact, in Chittoor, quite a bit of galata being witnessed. There are several people being injured, as well as people were seen seeking help, and finally officials reached there, managed to go ahead and separate the two warring groups, and also ensured that polling was stopped in the area after there was just way too much chaos for polling to continue. And meanwhile, of course, this was in Chittoor, where a camera person was injured. But moving on, the police fired 2 rounds in the air at Rompicherla of Guntur district as a clash was witnessed. TDP and YSRCP activists pelted stones at each other at Pedagraharam in Guntur district, and 1 person was injured. The kidnapped polling agents were brought back at Ramireddy Palam in Guntur district. And of course, TDP and YSRCP workers clashing there. Here, there were incidents of pelting stones, and one of the polling officials was even kidnapped. And finally, the cops reached there and managed to ensure that things were brought under control. And besides that, there was also Galata Galore in Kadapa at the Jamalamadugu constituency, and a minor argument that broke out between a TDP polling agent and a YSRCP agent broke out into a fully blown out fight, and the YSRCP workers attacked the TDP agent. TDP candidate Ramasubba Reddy's gunman fired in the air to put an end to the violence. Voting is once again underway after that altercation. In fact, TDP Jamala Madagu's assembly segment candidate alleged that the YSRCP activists were kidnapping his party agents and things went completely out of control. But finally, TDP candidate Ramasubba Reddy's gunman fired in the air, and that is what brought some sort of control to the situation. In Simandra, it's been anything but smooth polling. Cops have had a tough time controlling the violence. As you can see, Kadapa, 2 incidents were reported. One wherein YSRCP and TDP leaders clashed, and another where YSRCP workers attacked a TDP candidate's car. And in Chittoor, of course, several people were injured as YSRCP workers broke out in full anger. And once again, in a clash, this time around, they also attacked a poll official. And in Guntur, it was pretty much the same as the YSRCP workers and supporters, whereas versus the TDP supporters pelted stones at each other. And finally, there was an attack on media which came to light in Chittoor, which was, of course, when the media personnel were trying to capture all this galata, they were attacked as well.